Anybody that want to start content creation, want to do any type of videos, anything that's online, like don't ever second guess it, because every person that you watched on the internet, your celebrity crush, your idol, anything, they're all online. They're all on the internet. So if you have dreams or aspirations to get into that, you have to post on the internet. Like the things that people don't want to post is the things that get people to where people want to be. So once I realized that, that's when I was like, bro, you have to make content. You run a business, you have to produce content.
Malik's First Job Podcast, here to answer any questions that y'all ask. Financial literacy and resources, parents and young people becoming bosses, CEOs, future leaders, entrepreneurs, conferences and boardrooms getting sponsors secured. If you want generational wealth, Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip with information to help. Malik's First Job Podcast, Malik's Podcast, Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip, Kerwin Phillip. Malik's First Job Podcast, podcast, Brooklyn's own Kerwin Phillip. Generational wealth.
All right, peace. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? This is Kerwin Phillip here with another episode of the Malik's First Job Podcast, where we talk about leadership, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy for parents and teens. Today, I got a great guest, a young entrepreneur here in the Richmond, Virginia area, making a lot of power moves with his clothing brand, right? I got my man, Isaiah King from Motion Apparel. What's going on, Isaiah?
What's going on? How you doing today? I like to introduce myself.
Good.
My name is Isaiah King. I just graduated from Thomas Jefferson High School, and I'll be attending Elizabeth City State University in the fall playing football.
No doubt. So,
Sir.
what position you play?
I play middle linebacker. I like to be in control. Yes, sir. Like
Okay.
call the shots. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, not only are you an entrepreneur, but you're also an athlete, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start off with the One Motion. Like, how did that whole thing come about?
Okay, so Motion Apparel. I don't know if you can see my tattoo, but my tattoo says "Break the Curse." So I want to be the one in my family to create generational wealth and just be like the oddball. In school, I was always the oddball, the one they'll say, "Oh, he always doing that. He's always doing this," or always having my hand raised, asking questions. I was just the one always doing too much sometimes. So that's what I meant by motion. You know, motion. You always doing something like going this place to that place. So that's how I came up with that concept, One Motion Apparel.
Okay. So what was the steps you took to kind of get it started?
What'd you say?
What steps did you take to get the clothing brand started?
So the steps, that's the thing that really set me apart from anybody else with that businesses. I didn't have a set business plan. I didn't have a set, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I really just knew a bunch of people and I just had an idea. So I really just ran with it and then it just took off and I just kept going. Like when I first started, I didn't really think, I didn't really I didn't really take the correct steps or process what I should have did when I first started. But as I kept going and I learned from mentors and other people through getting connections and networking, I learned what I really needed to do. So that's what set me aside.
Okay. So was it like a hard process to really get it going, or how
Um,
was it?
I wouldn't even say it was hard. I just know how to promote and market. So I just for every follower I had, I was like, I'm gonna make $1 out of every follower. So you watch my story, you probably received a text from me saying, "Yo, you like my new merchandise?" Every single person that watched my story. So I wouldn't say I really made it not hard for myself because I really put in the hard work. Like I put in the groundwork from getting all the rappers in the city to wearing my clothes to even being at your events, being part of the NBL. So I really just put in the groundwork and tried to put my foot in every door that I possibly could in Richmond, VA. Now I'm working on expanding and just growing and scaling my business.
Okay. So 'cause a lot of people have the idea of building clothing brands and things of that sort. Well, what makes One Motion Apparel separate from everybody else?
Okay, so we're not just a clothing brand. So like, I want to make it to where like we're like a consultant business too. So any young business owners they want to learn how to start their business, you could text One Motion Apparel page. We'll have like memberships, things that like which is like just information. Like I just want One Motion Apparel to be more than clothes. Like if you know One Motion Apparel, all right, bad. If I want to start my clothing brand, I know to hit them up. They're gonna have the feedback, the advice, the connections, the photographers, the mentors, the events, the like the space. Like they're just gonna have a space of content creators and brand ambassadors to help build up brands. So that's what I've really been working on, just creating a community of content creators. So when I have my mentorees, they have people with influences that's ready to go for their photo shoots, get some buzz. Rappers, I got rappers that's like, okay, any brand you send my way, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna rock their stuff in my music videos. You feel me? Because people in this world, they love to follow like trends. So that's what I really peep like, especially with selling clothes. Like you can have the hardest piece, but you got no buzz behind it. It's not going. You feel what I'm saying? Or you could have a okay piece, but you got a lot of buzz. People love trends. They're gonna go with the okay piece. They got a lot of buzz because they wanna, number one, look sweet. Second, follow the trend. Or third, just be a part of something. So as a business owner, you have to realize that, and you have to do the certain things to so the consumers or customers can really get in tune of what you're doing. That's what I learned
Okay.
from, especially selling clothes.
Okay. Okay. So now, how old were you when you started the clothing brand?
How old was I? 17. I'm currently
So,
18 right now.
okay, so it's been about a year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 So a lot of the things that you're saying, like the marketing, and the promotion, you seem pretty well savvy and well versed, in the marketing piece. How did you develop that skill and that know-how, how to properly market your clothing?
So So this goes back to me playing football. I always knew a bunch of people, so I just used that to my advantage. So if I had someone playing in college that I grew up playing with XYZ, yo, bro, what's up? I'm trying to make you my brand ambassador. Then you can wear my piece down there. So I really just use like every single connection I had, I used like. So if I had somebody in my phone that did like photographer, I would try to get pictures with every single photographer. Like I really was just networking with every single connection I had and try to get more connections off the connections I already had. So I could just keep advancing and keep meeting more people.
Okay, okay, okay. So now I know we mentioned before that you're also an athlete, and you said that you kind of leverage some of the folks. Like, what lessons have you? Because I played football as well. Like when I was in high school,
Yes, sir.
what lessons from football kind of that you learned that helped you with business?
It's not gonna always be easy, and you get out what you put in. So that fall
Mm,
camp, them summer workouts, that's gonna get you that state championship. I won a state championship my sophomore year at Verona, but so that thing that really helped me like with just being a leader, and like you really have to put in the work. So it's about to be fall. I already ordered my winter stuff. My winter stuff is ready to be here in 2 weeks. I'm already ahead. I'm trying to get ahead of the game.
hmm
My spring 2025 spring sets, they're I'm getting ready to order that in about a month. So like I just learned you just have to be advanced, and you just have to just be ahead of the game, especially with any business. Like you wanna be at least 2 seasons ahead, especially with clothes.
Okay,
So you could do like your 2 weeks of marketing before you drop. So when you drop on your drop date on your website, you instantly sell out.
okay. So who are like some of your like? Who do you look up to as far as other clothing brands that you try to pattern yourself after?
Um Caprice. I think he's from Atlanta, I think, but he 18 years old, just like me, and his brand over millions. So like, I just be looking at what he's done, and he's been doing it all through online marketing. So when I had showed you my website and things like that, that's what I'm really big on working on online marketing now. Because you could go to a bunch of pop-up shops, events, you're gonna meet more people, XYZ, etc. But if you really want to get to the next level, online marketing, you want to be able to reach a million people from one post instead of one person from one conversation.
True that. True that. True that. So when you start school, what are you majoring in?
I'm going to major in marketing. I was going to
Marketing.
major in business. I was going to major in business, but I was like, I already know how to run a business. Let me try something new. And I'm a major in marketing. I really want to learn online ads, how all that work, because I want to have other businesses as well.
Okay, like what's some other businesses you have in mind?
I actually have another business right now. It's called Muscle Up 804.
Okay,
These some of my business cards for my other business right here, and this my business cards for my company Motion Apparel right here. But
okay,
Muscle Up 804 is a gym brand that me and my brother started up, and he's playing at Virginia State right now for football.
okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So,
Sure.
like, with a lot of athletes, there's a lot of conversation surrounding like NILs and stuff like that. How does
Yes,
that
sir.
play a part of what you're doing?
So it actually plays in favor of me. I don't. I'm actually gonna be one of the people providing NIL deals. So this is actually a look I provide to people. I provide a platform, and I actually can be an NIL deal for an athlete. You could get a code for my business, and I could pay you off commission. So I can actually be an NIL deal to athletes. So that's what I be like telling my teammates and other schools in the area. Like you can make money. Just you feel what I'm saying? Like just promote my business for me, but you're getting paid from it as well. So it's really like a win-win. But that's the look and the message I be giving out to other athletes. Like, yeah, I can help you make some money. All you gotta do, you feel what I'm saying? Like NIL deal is something that I be using because I could do that with my brand.
Okay, okay, that's like that's real big. Because there's like a lot of conversation surrounding NILs and stuff like that. So
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and the fact that you're really thinking about it and trying to use other athletes as influencers and
Yes,
paying them a
sir.
commission, I think that's great as well.
Yes, sir.
You know, so so where do you want to see, like again, like in the next 5 years? Where do you want to see One Motion Apparel?
Um, I want to definitely have a storefront. So my goal for 2025 is to have a storefront by the end of summer.
Okay,
Um, and then the next 5 years, really just having probably grossing over 1 million in sales, and just having like on YouTube channels, actually having a membership like actively like with more members, and just be like the number one brand. Since me being a teenager, a bunch of high schoolers, middle schoolers, and teens look up to me like, okay, he did it, I can do it. So I want to be that 18-year-old, 19-year-old, like telling and going into these schools, actually showing the kids actually how to do it. Because when I first started, I didn't have nobody telling me how to do this, how to get your EIN number, how to get your LLC. I had to go do my research and do that stuff, and that what really made the process harder. So I want to be a person that can help people just go from step one to step four. You don't got to take step one, step two, step three. I want to like really help people. Like boom, you go viral now. Like yeah,
okay, okay, okay. And I think it's very it's commendable that you want to reach back and help others.
sure.
It's all about helping those that come behind us. So what is some of the feedback you get from your classmates?
So yeah, so especially with clothes. So now it's like a weird topic for me to talk about because it may come off as the wrong way. But when I first started selling clothes, in my personal opinion, not too many teenagers, especially in the area, were selling clothes.
Hmm.
And I was getting like when I first started, my word, I was getting laughed at for even selling clothes. Like, what you doing? Like people weren't taking me serious. I had 2 to 10 hoodies, and then I just ducked off and put in the work, the MBL, everything, and I just started going crazy. Now the same people laughing at me asking to be one of my brand ambassadors. So how I look at it, what was the question again? I got off topic. What was the question?
Yeah,
I
like, well,
really
what's
didn't
some
want
of
to
the
go.
feedback you get from your peers, like your classmates?
Yeah, so like the feedback I get, like some say they proud, but they not really proud. They just surprised at how far I came. So I really be like, I don't know. My situation really different because when I first started, like I said, nobody really was like, "Oh yeah, Zay, you a lot," or like, "Zay, you got this." You like now, I just really feel like people just really surprised that I took it this serious because when I first
Right.
started, like I said, if you really knew me, I wasn't really a serious person or just just worried about my future. So when I really just locked in and started worrying about my future and took it to the next step, I really just feel like people were surprised. But people be saying they proud and then like asking for help for their brands and stuff like that. So I don't never be on no weird type vibes like, nah, you did that, I ain't gonna do that. I be helping people and things like that. So I just be trying to keep things cool and stuff. But my main mission is to go bigger than Richmond, go bigger than Virginia though, for sure.
Malik's first job, Financial Principles for Teens, is an excellent resource to get your children started on understanding the basics of financial literacy. This book, which is set in Brownsville, Brooklyn, about a young man who gets his first job and then shortly thereafter sits down with his dad to learn how to manage his money. There are several topics that are covered within this work, such as paying yourself first, disciplining your spending, knowing the difference between an asset and a liability, creating multiple sources of income, as well as the importance of being charitable. So again, if you want to get your children started on understanding finance and becoming responsible adults, we highly recommend that you purchase the book, Malik's First Job, Financial Principles for Teens. So please visit maliksfirstjob.com to get more information. Peace. Yeah. So what would you say was the turning point? I know you said you kind of struggled at first. People wasn't really taking you serious, and then all of a sudden things jumped off. So at what point do you see it really jump off?
Oh yeah, so I'll say when I transferred high school, so I went to Verona, like I said, I won a state championship over there. But it took for me not being serious in school and having to switch schools to Thomas Jefferson, that
Mhm.
that really was like, okay, that's a turning point. I went from saying like I ain't gonna spend all my money on inventory to like, bro, I have nothing to lose. That's when I separated myself as a brand, when I realized, like, you go in Walmart, you see all the products, all the merchandise, they got so much inventory. I realized with any business, bro, if you want to make money, if you want to look established, if you want to look anything, if you selling a product, you gotta have a lot of inventory so you can meet the demand. That's the only way you're gonna scale your business. So every time every time I made money, if I made 2,500, I went back and spent 2,500 on clothes. If I made 3,000, I went back and spent the whole 3,000. So that was the turning point when I realized, like, for the first couple of months, you really got to scale your business to a certain point that you're comfortable with, that you can go, okay, you can go blow a couple thousand, boom, boom, and you're still good on your inventory. When you first starting, if you're trying to profit and take out the money, you're never going to be able to scale or get higher. So once I realized that, and I started buying inventory over like 500 shirts and over 500 sweatsuits and things like that, that's when that was a turning point for me. Like, really trying to, now I'm trying to get a store. Like, at first it was, I don't even want to buy these 25 hoodies. Now I just placed the order for 500 sweatsuits. So yeah,
Okay.
that was a turning point for me. Inventory, for real, for real.
All right. So when you just pretty much investing back into the business is what really
Yeah,
changed.
yeah.
Okay.
I was investing in scaling as fast as possible. Investing in scaling as fast as possible, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you also mentioned that you want to start a mentoring program as well. Can you talk about that?
Um. So I kind of have a mentorship program going on right now. I don't have a Discord or nothing up for it, but I do have people that's in it though. But it's on like Telegram, and basically the people in there, I'm giving out tips, feedback, etc. But I haven't really went all in on it yet, because what do I have to show? So I'm really just waiting for me to. I'm really waiting for my sweatsuits to come in. I'm gonna promote them really crazy. I'm really just trying to go to the next step so I could actually be an influencer myself. I have an influence, but I don't really feel personally that I'm an influencer myself, because I haven't really, like, I can't move out to another state right now and have an influence out there with my clothing brand. Nobody knows it. So I'm just trying to get
Right.
my brand to more people know it. Then I'll have an influence to actually start pushing that mentorship program. Because there's people out here actually making hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a mentorship program. Why would someone join my mentorship program?
Now you also have to remember that even though you may feel that you haven't really excelled to a certain level, you have succeeded, right? Because you've done more than the average teenager your age, right? So you, as you said, you have people who look up to you, right? So to that circle that looks up to you, you're an influencer to them, right?
Sure.
It may be 10, 20 people, 30 people, 100 people, but it's still 100 people who that follow you that say, you know what, I like what Zay is doing. I mean, I look up to him. You know, he's making moves. He talked about starting a clothing brand, and now he really followed through with it, and he's making moves throughout the city. So within that circle, you
Yeah,
influence
just
them. But
off
of course, you know, you have goals to kind of make a bigger circle, right? So
Yeah.
so it's all about leveling up, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
right now you're at a particular level, but there's still more levels to go. So don't never play yourself down. But you know, it's always more to grow with. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. So for people that want to get in contact with you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at zay.1.k, or you can follow my clothing my Instagram at onemotionapparel.co.
Okay. And then what's the website where they can purchase some of your items?
One motion apparel with 3L's Shopify.com.
Okay. And like I said, I saw you this week, and you got like a new design you just dropped this week. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, let me show you. I got them in the trunk. These my
Okay.
new,
That's what I'm talking about. Always be ready. Got them in the trunk.
these my new home posters right here.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I stay with most of my inventory. I stay with 1/3 of my inventory with me at all times. If I do have 1/3 of inventory with me.
Okay. That's important because you never know who you may pull up on or who may pull up on you and say, look, they want to get a shirt. You got it ready for them.
Yeah, so another thing that made my business go faster, when I made my website, so it'll be brands, it'll be like somebody will order from their brand in Richmond and they'll live in Richmond and still ship it out. So most of the time what I'll do, somebody will order off my website and I'll still go drop it off same day. So it's like I be providing like that same day shipping, and it actually sold me out a couple times because how fast people actually getting their products.
Why you see you're doing what Amazon is doing, providing that same
Amazon.
day service.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything else you want to share before we close out?
Um, I just like to say anybody that want to start content creation, want to do any type of videos, anything that's online, like don't ever second guess it because every person that you watched on the internet, your celebrity crush, your idol, anything, they're all online. They're all on the internet. So if you have dreams or aspirations to get into that, you have to post on the internet. So that's also another thing that got me like turning around over the hump. Like, bro, you just have to post. Like the things that people don't want to post is the things that get people to where people want to be. So once I realized that, that's when I was like, bro, you have to make content. You run a business, you have to produce content and keep getting content and just keep putting stuff on the internet. Eventually, you're gonna get to where you want to be.
No doubt. No doubt. Now, do you have a team that works with you or you just do it by yourself?
I currently do it by myself.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, just imagine when you get the team, you take it to the next level.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool, cool. Now, how do you kind of managing everything with school and the business?
Um, I don't never want to say anything is easy, but like I said, right now I'm just worried about online marketing, like ads and things like that. I don't I don't sell my clothes on hand no more. Like I said, like so when I go to NC for school, it's just gonna be like people ordering off the website and I'm just shipping it out. That's really how easy it is with clothes. Get people to order online. You're
Hmm.
getting good videos of your product and you're putting it on your website and people just order it and you're just going to the post office and shipping it out. It's easy as that. So now I'm just working on creating a bigger community so I can have a bigger market and I can just keep scaling and getting more inventory.
You know what's great about it, about what you're doing, is that you have the business acumen, right? So you're going through the process of learning sales, marketing, public speaking, and now you're going to complement it or even add to it with the
And
marketing
see,
classes that you get in school, which is only going to
sir,
enhance what you're currently doing.
yes,
You
sir.
know, so I see you doing. You can be doing some big things in the next couple of years.
Yes, sir. And then I was going to say, I really feel like I'm in a good position because, like I said, I've been making moves in Richmond, but it's like in a couple of days I'm ready to go to NC. That's a whole nother area code. So now I'm gonna have Richmond, I'm gonna have NC. I'm gonna hit up all the colleges out there, NC Central, A&T, Duke. You got UNC, UNC Pembroke, Kawataba. I think that's the name of that school. But motor store, it's a bunch of schools up there in NC. So I'm gonna just get them things going. I just placed the order for 10,000 business cards at Staples, so I get those. I get those the day I go to school. So I'm gonna have 10,000 business cards, and I'm gonna basically try to get 10,000 business cards off every month. I'm gonna find some people, probably pay them to pass out the cards, but I'm just trying to get everybody in NC tapped in with Motion Apparel. Like, so I'm trying to
That's
do some
what's
big
up.
things upcoming spring 2025.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. But I want to thank you for taking the time, shopping up with me today. Again, be sure to visit One Motion Apparel with 3Ls. Uh, uh, myshopify.com, and follow the brother on Instagram at onemotionapparel.co. Right, and if you want to hit him up personally, check him out on Instagram, zay.1.k. Right.
Yes, sir.
So Zaya, yo, thanks a lot, man. Yo, I wish you all the best. You know what I'm
Sir.
saying? We're gonna see you doing some more great things.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you. I love to get back on here.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. That's why we document it now, so that when we do the interview again 2 or 3 years later, you kind of compare
Yes,
the
sir.
difference.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. That's what's
Appreciate it.
up.
I just want to say I appreciate you for getting me on here and believing in what I got going on. Anybody that come along my journey, I just love to appreciate anybody that comes along my journey. So definitely appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Just trying to give you the platform to help promote what you're doing. I love what you're doing.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
And just
Yes, sir.
keep
Thank
on
you.
doing it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you all for joining us this week for this episode of Malik's First Job Podcast. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Generational wealth.